Okay, so in this video, we're going to look at Excel, again, Microsoft Excel. And I've already given you two videos to have a look at on YouTube as an introduction to this. And in this case, we're going to look at how we sort information out. And we could take a scenario, for example, when we've got a rugby club or a tennis club. It could be any kind of client at all where the client is looking to get the best value for money. It has to be a fairly good price, of course, not necessarily the lowest price, but it could depend on a number of factors that they're taking into account, such as their environmental responsibility, such as the distance from the site. It could be that they're maybe going to look for a medium size or a large building contractor, or a contractor that's got a very good health and safety reputation. So the first thing we're going to look at is perhaps how we arrange our information alphabetically. Now, it's not as easy as you might think. For example, if you take this column here, for example, column A, which includes A1, and that's got builder, so B is obviously going to be high up in the alphabetical order. Let's say we don't want to count builder, because if we click on any of these particular cells and then we right click, or sorry, I beg your pardon, if we click on any of these cells here and then we go to the data tab here at the top on the ribbon and then we click A to Z, what you'll see then is that it puts this title in alphabetical order along with the Ashcroft constructions, obviously at the top of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, and so on. So let's undo that. And how would we actually fix that? Well, the way we would fix that is by selecting the whole range like this, okay, for all the way down to here, and then go back into your Home tab. And then across here on the ribbon where it says Sort and Filter, you would click on that and then click on third down where it says Custom Sort. Now what we want to do is we want to put in here that it's column A, sort by, my data has headers. You see this little tick box here. We would make sure that we're going to tick that. And then you'll see now that it's got all of the different headers now, and we don't have to worry about builder being put into alphabetical order. So just click on OK for that. And then once you do that, you'll see that Ashcroft construction comes just under the heading, and then everything else trickles down alphabetically. So that's one way to do that. There might be a number of reasons why you would actually make things alphabetically. Could be for a number of reasons. Could be for mailing information to the various contractors and so on. But the thing is, we're really focusing in on the tender price here, and there's a couple of ways to look at that. Like I said, it's not necessarily the lowest price that's going to win the job. But let's say we wanted to sort these out in terms of the lowest price. We need to be very careful about how we do this, because look at Ashcroft construction. It says £1,232,476. If we click on that, and then if we, for example, if we go up to data, click on the data tab, excuse me, and then we go A to Z, smallest to largest. Then down here, Ashcroft construction, at least it aligns itself properly with the figure. You got to be careful with that, because if you leave a gap in between the two, it will not work for you. So I'm just going to undo that again, just to show you where the figure is here next to Ashcroft construction. Yeah, so if we did actually have a blank column in here, that might not work so well. So we've got to make sure that they're all nice and tight together, these figures. So that's one way to do that, is to click on any of these cells. You could click on this cell, for example, and you could right click and you could filter it. But the normal way you would do this is you would click on the cell, go up to data and click A to Z, and that would filter the various contractors into the lowest tender, the second lowest tender, the third lowest tender, and obviously the most expensive ones here. Excuse me. So that's all very well, but let's say we wanted to be more smart with how we actually arrange our information here. I'm just going to take a wee drink of water, folks, because I'm a wee bit hoarse. So we wanted to arrange our information in such a way that we, for example, that we want to see poor, fair, good, very good, and so on. Let's say we wanted to have fair at the top, or poor at the top, I beg your pardon, or and then poor at the top, and then fair, and then good, and then very good. Or on the other hand, we might want to see very good, good, fair, and poor in reverse order. There's a number of things that we could do there. If we again select this range, and then we go to our home tab, and then we click on sort and filter here. Click on custom sort. And what we want to do now is we want to put in a custom sorting arrangement. Now, the way to do that is, first of all, you would want to go down to where it says health and safety record reputation. And instead of going A to Z, we might want to put in a custom list. And when it says here, it comes up with this dialog box. So what we want to do is we want to click on list entries, and we want to put in very good, just like the video showed us, and then good, and then fair, and then poor, hitting return after each one of these. Once you've done that, select all of these and then add them so that they slide in here into this custom list. So once you see that done, then click OK, and then click OK again. And then you'll see that neatly changes the arrangement of all of your contractors so that you get all the very good contractors with the best reputation at the top and so on. Now, the problem we've got here is that we know that there are some contractors here that are putting in a really low price. In fact, that looks to be the lowest almost, I would say. Let's say we wanted to arrange these in such a way that we're quite happy to include the good health and safety contractors, and we want to exclude these ones. Okay. The way we would do that is we would well, let's say we wanted to show very good. First of all, let's click on a cell and then right click that and go to filter, and then select filter by selected cells value, and all of the very good contractors come up here. Now, the problem with that is that you're not able to see the good contractors. The way we can do that, if we just go back, undo that, the way we can change that is by putting a filter on all of these columns here. And it's a little it's almost like a little funnel. You'll see the little funnel symbol. So we're just going to select the very top row that's highlighted in yellow. And we're going to go to, again, this tab here, or this panel here, I should say, and then click on where it says custom sort. No, click on filter, and you'll see these little arrows appearing, and that allows you to filter all this information a lot more clearly. So I could go to, for example, I could go to tender price, and I could select sort the smallest to the largest. So I'm getting Oakwood Building Services, and I'm showing that as the best price for the overall job. And they've got a good health and safety reputation. But let's say I wanted to filter out all of these poor ones and the fair ones. So I would just click on this little arrow here, and I would deselect poor, and I would deselect fair, click OK, and then you'll see that you've got all of the good and very good contractors, building contractors with a very good reputation for health and safety. So there's a number of other things we could also do. Of course, we could filter these in terms of, you know, how far away they are from the building site, but that's generally how we would try and manipulate the information and sort it in such a way that we're getting to see groups of categories and use that to our best advantage. Okay, so we'll just leave it there.